If you want the look for a whole lot less, then you are going to love today's video. I am sharing with you a bunch of really amazing designer inspired or more expensive brand label name inspired items that the quality is impeccable and the price point is much more reasonable, shall we say. I am going to start with a pair of shoes that really just blew me away. I will have all the information on screen and down below in the description box for you. So I want to start with these sandals. There's a number of brands that make these. I have shared with y'all before about the Amanu sandals. So when I saw these on Amazon, I thought, let me give these a whirl because they are much less expensive. Now I got this kind of rich burgundy-ish brown shade. I mean, it's definitely like brown, but it has like almost like a bourbon-y type color to it. When I opened the box, I was just like, wow, wow, wow. They're very cushiony, bendy. The bottom is nice and soft, and they have the look of the Amanu sandals. They are comfortable. They run pretty true to size. And I know that y'all know this. It's the quality of the item, the materials used that makes such a difference. You really do not have to spend a fortune to get really good quality items. That brings me to, I'm gonna jump to these sunglasses real quick. There is a brand of sunglasses that I saw another influencer share, and I went and checked them out, and they were sold out everywhere. As soon as she shared them, they just like sold out everywhere. And I was also kind of like, well, those are like metal aviator sunglasses, kind that I'm sure I can find a lookalike for without spending that much money. And that is where I came across these. The brand on Amazon, I believe, is called Gym Halo, and they have a very similar look to the other ones that are much more expensive. The more expensive ones are much more translucent. These are from Free People. So these are from Amazon, but these are from Free People. These are the cheapest. These are in the middle. They're a little bit more than these, but not a ton. And they have a very, very similar vibe to those sunglasses that I was telling you about. It's kind of like that 70s hippie vibe, if you will. The other ones I know came in like a silver and a gold. I got these in the gold, but again, a lot more transparent. So these definitely give the look like very, very close. And so do these in their shape, but just a little bit different in the actual lens itself. I obviously like both of them, but if you're looking for, you know, the truest look-alike, it would be these from Free People. Let's stick on jewelry for just a second. I'm sure you've seen many of the Hermes earrings and the kind of enamel plated bracelets and stuff that they do. I came across these H earrings, and of course I got them in the orange color, which is very true to the Hermes orange color. And they are that kind of like H shape where they kind of look like the logo. I thought these were really pretty. They do come in a lot of colors, but obviously significantly cheaper. And that's kind of the thing sometimes with some of the designer stuff is, you know, when you're talking about something that's made of real leather, or there's something else, there's some defining feature about the designer version that at least helps to prop up, maybe not ever really justify, but help to prop up the cost of the item, especially I think when it comes to designer brand jewelry. It's notorious for just being costume jewelry. There's nothing exceptional about it. Now, of course, you're getting into like Tiffany's and things like that where we're getting real gold, diamond, silver. But I'm talking about like the enamel plated jewelry like this is not real in terms of the material it's made out of. It's a lot of costume jewelry. And so therefore, in my opinion, virtually impossible to justify the exorbitant price point. All right, let me touch on a few more jewelry items. Speaking of Tiffany's, they have a silver like pendant type necklace like this that I saw recently. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have one that looks exactly like that. That would be this one. Now, this exact one, I'll tell you, is from Target, and they don't sell it anymore. I got it last year, but I did find two others that look almost exactly like this. Again, it's not all that difficult to duplicate. It's the silver pendant piece, and then it has this sort of suede or cloth material tied around it as the necklace piece, if you will. So it's nothing fancy or complicated. It gives that look with nowhere close to the price tag. Again, same thing with the silver cuff made by a number of designer brands. Now, if you care about it being real material, obviously, then that can play into it. But even still, there are options that are not nearly the price of the designer ones. This one came from Amazon. I think it was around $12 or $15, I believe. I love this thing. I wear it all the time right now. I really like the cuff bracelets, the big wide bracelets, but I also like the simplicity of it when I'm balancing wild shirts and chunky necklaces and stuff. I like something more simple. So love that. And again, same thing, these gold bangles. These come in a set of 2. I'll put the information here on screen for the designer version of these, and the price difference, unbelievable, honestly, but I wear these all the time. I love how simple they are to put on because they're just that like little clasp that kind of snaps. So I just, you know, can easily open them and slide them on, and you kind of get that thicker bangle look without having bracelets that you have to fit over your hand. So they can also easily, you can remove them. One of the fashion influencers that I follow that I really love her style, she was wearing a necklace like this, and I was like, again, hey, I have one that looks just like that from Amazon. It's kind of that, keep wanting to call it a snake chain. I'm not sure that that's it. When there's influencers like that that I follow, I don't go like, ugh, I can't believe she spent that. I just go, well, I'm going to go find that because I love that. I love that outfit. I love that look. And I know I can look alike it. I can dupe it. I can find something very similar for a fraction of the price. That's where my great look-alike finds, like this gold snake necklace. Again, this could dress up some beautiful, just like basic things, just a basic black dress or a basic top. Such a great way to dress up something that would otherwise be a little more casual. I know that many of you enjoy handbags as much as I do. So I did want to share my 2, what I feel are quite stellar handbag finds. Now, I shared with you a Longchamp mini bag that I got from Walmart that's the nylon material, and I really like that one. But I was looking for one that was small, the mini, but that was like the leather material instead of the nylon. And this one comes in a bunch of colors. It's the exact same look of the little mini bag. It's got the canvas interior, the snap closure, your little cross body strap here. This feels super, super soft. I will double check. Sometimes they do such good lookalikes that it's hard to tell by touching it. It does feel like leather. It might or might not be real leather. I will double check and put that on the screen. It does look like real pebbled leather to my eye. I will determine and let you know for sure if it's actually real leather. Perfect everyday casual bag to just toss on, especially if you've got like a diaper bag or a larger work bag where you're always carrying a bunch of things. And then sometimes you just need to grab your actual like wallet, purse, and run in somewhere. I love having this is honestly like what I do all the time. I have a small bag within a larger bag. I'll just show you exactly what I mean. I have like my big large bag right here, which again, this is a look-alike, a Miu Miu look-alike. This one is from the Yellow app site, as we call it. It took a very long time to come, and I have no idea what's happening with that Yellow site stuff based on the tariffs and such. I'll link that, but I have no idea what's happening over there. But I usually carry a large bag like this with a small bag like this inside of it that just contains my very basics so that I can leave that in the car or wherever and just carry this in really quickly if I need to. Now, the other bag that I'm just loving, every once in a while I love to have a good funky bag. And for me, if it's a funky bag, that's not going to be the one that I'm going to spend more money on. It's going to have to be like a good basic everyday bag for me to be willing to spend more money on that. For something like this, I just much prefer an Amazon version or a inspired by version. So this is a very similar look to a handbag from the brand Kate. They also have like this kind of snakeskin belt as well as shoes. I have found all of those on Amazon, but the bag was what intrigued me the most, and I ordered it and I really love it. And I was going to share it with you guys, I think last month, and it went out of stock. And I thought, oh no, are they ever going to bring it back? So when I saw that they brought it back, I was like, yes, perfect. I can share it now because it's back in stock. I don't love sharing things with you guys that are impossible for you to get or find. And I just love this snake bag, especially if you're the kind of gal that loves to wear basics in terms of color. And you typically wear more just like denim and a plain top, and you like to dress it up in the accessories. I typically, say for how I'm dressed today, do that. If I'm going to wear a very basic outfit, I try to dress it up a little bit with my accessories. Or if I'm going to wear a louder outfit, I would definitely choose a quieter accessory, to go with that balance, if you will, balance. I do want to mention a few clothing items as well. Now, these are either designer or more expensive, i.e. like Free People. So the first is this dress. This is a one shoulder dress that kind of ties. This is perfect for a beach vacation if you've got that coming up, a date night in the summer, any kind of, just warm weather event where you might need a dress that's casual but still looks really nice. Now this dress has all of the vibes of a Joanna Ortiz dress. I really do love so many of the bold prints and fabrics from that brand, but it is out of my price range. It's out of my budget. Even when they go on sale, I find that they are never coming down enough to be within my budget. So when I saw this dress on Amazon, I thought, wow, it definitely has the kind of print and vibes of a Joanna Ortiz dress, but for a fraction of the price. Now it does also come in multiple colors. So if you have a vacation or something like that coming up, then I gotta tell you, I just think this dress is stunning. For me, for the price, this dress is definitely worth it. I would imagine that the Joanna Ortiz dresses are probably made from a silk blend or something like that. Obviously, this one is not. But I do feel like even though it's not the highest quality material, when you're looking at it and when you're wearing it, it doesn't look like it's poor quality and it doesn't feel poor quality. So that's kind of the balance for me. I'm well aware I'm not going to be able to get, the exact quality of that material at this price point. Now that brings me to a few of the Free People lookalikes. I am very picky about what I will tell you I think is a Free People lookalike, and certainly if I'm going to use the D word, as in like an exact dupe for. Most things that people say are like Free People dupes are not. They are lookalikes, which to me is a different thing. Look-alike in pattern or color or cut only, almost never in fabric. So let me make that very clear. Now, if I'm gonna share something with you that I think is a Free People, kind of look-alike, with the caveat that it's gonna be none of those other things, but it's a good top in and of itself, and it's got the vibes, or a good dress, etc. So that brings me to this kind of embroidered dress. It's like peachy and purple. I think this dress is standalone. I really, really like it. I know that Free People makes a dress that looks just like this. Now, I don't own the Free People one, and nor have I ever actually even seen it in person. So I don't know if the Free People version is also see-through or what material it's made out of. But this one, it's a little see-through in the sense that I wear a slip under it. It's not like it's sheer. It's just that when you get out in the sun, you got to wear a slip under it. But the embroidery is actually embroidered on. I hate it when something says it's embroidered and then you get it and it's not. It's like printed on and it's supposed to be embroidered. That's just weird. This is actually embroidered. I really, really love this dress. I think it's really beautiful. You just need to wear a slip under it. That's all I will add to that. Now, in terms of the t-shirt dress, so I found this long sleeve t-shirt dress on Amazon, and then I saw that Free People had a very similar version. So I wanted to test them both. Now, I love in the Amazon ads when it looks like it's all like oversized and comfy and cute. I just know from experience that at being 5'8", it's not gonna look like that on me unless I order up in sizes. It never actually fits that oversized, almost never. So I did order the black and white striped one in a large, and that kind of gave me a little bit of that like oversized look. If you wanted to fit more true to size, maybe get your regular size. I got a large in order to get the oversized look that I have here with this dress. I did also order the one from Free People so that I could kind of compare. The material, again, very different. The one from Free People is much thicker and a little bit crunchier. So in terms of what you might compare, this is kind of for me where it kind of the rubber meets the road, right? The quality of the Free People one in terms of the thickness of the fabric and everything is obviously better. However, it does make it a little more difficult to like put a belt with it. It's a little crunchier and it's a little heavy for a spring summer material dress. So in terms of material, I kind of prefer the Amazon one for the feel of the material. It's much more lightweight. It feels like to me what a t-shirt dress should feel like. The Free People one, love the colors. It is heavier, meaning it will also be hotter. And I got a small in the Free People one, and it is, you know, it's a little oversized, but nothing crazy. I probably, in hindsight, might have actually wanted a medium in the Free People one, but Free People tends to be very oversized. So I almost always am ordering a small. This time I kind of thought maybe a medium would work a little bit better, but either way, I just want you to kind of see the difference in what I'm talking about in some of the Amazon kind of lookalikes that compare to Free People. It's often in the cut or, you know, the color or the pattern, but maybe not the actual material it's made out of. Those are some of my favorite designer inspired finds. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and found something that you might be interested in, you might want to try. I will put the links to everything down below, as well as sizing information, that kind of thing. Let me know if there's something from a designer brand or a more expensive brand that you really like, but you don't want to pay the money for. Let me know if there's certain lookalike items that you're looking for, because I do feel like I've gotten quite good at sniffing them out and finding them and kind of knowing where to look and what to search for in order to find a similar item. So I'm happy to include some of y'all's requests in my next video. But that is it for me today, and I will hopefully see you again very soon. Bye.